Hey folks, D-Bar here, back again with some more Darkest Dungeon. Last time we left off, we had just finished our first dungeon. Well, I guess we could call it our first foray into the ruins area, which is the area where all of the undead are. Well, I shouldn't say all of the undead, but most of the undead hang out in the ruins. It's their hangout spot. And we had just claimed our first quest reward and came back to town. So now we've actually unlocked a few more buildings, as you can see here with the exclamation points. So we'll check those out in just a second, but first we are going to check out the stagecoach and see what kind of new heroes we have available for us. So let's see here. We have another Vestal. That's great. I'm definitely going to recruit her. She actually has a regular name, Mallory. Perfect. I don't have to rename her. And then we have a bounty hunter, which is a pretty cool class. I just don't think they're that strong. Where's his HP? 25 HP. I guess that's not too bad. He's not as squishy as I thought. He's a little bit more of a what's the word I'm looking for? Specific skill set kind of guy. You really want him in a specific spot. He can do different things depending on the spot. I mean, everybody has different things that they do depending on which spot they're in, but he has things that he can do that chain together, kind of. So maybe I'll demonstrate that. I am going to have to, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to switch out probably these two here as soon as I can, just because I know that they are slightly stressed out, and I will show you guys how the stress relief works in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up these two guys. There's no harm in picking them up. It's just going to fill my roster up a little bit more.
Battle. Pious
and I'll
and
actually even upgrade the stagecoach so that when I come back next time, there'll be even more people waiting to join my party. They don't even know what they're getting themselves into. And yeah, I'm gonna increase my roster so that now I can have 12. So I'm only half full. I can actually have 6 more guys, or 6 more heroes. And we're going to look at the tavern real quick.
Fresh kegs, cards.
So the tavern is one of 2 buildings.
Solace to the weary and broken alike.
I always forget about the narrator talking. The tavern is one of 2 buildings that you can use to relieve stress after missions, after your quests. And both buildings, the tavern and the abbey, both have 3 slots to start out with. You've got the bar, the gambling hall, and the brothel. Now each of these can be unlocked further to have 3 slots per, but in the beginning you get only 1 slot for each one. And once a hero is in that slot, they're locked in for the week. You can take them out, but you don't get a refund. So say I want to put Percy here, I want to put him in the bar. It's going to cost me 1,000 gold. Now, once I put him in the bar, I'll pay that 1,000 gold. If I take him out of the bar, I actually don't get a refund of my gold. So it's beneficial that once you make your decision, you stick with it. And like I said, some heroes have quirks where they can't go in certain things. I believe Percy here is... No, he's not one of them. One of them isn't allowed to gamble. I think it's Mike here. Yeah, he's a known cheat. He's not allowed to gamble in town because he probably, you know, was playing cards and he had some under the table or something. But so if I try to put him in, as you can see, it has an X. He's not allowed to go into the gambling hall. So different heroes can do different things. Jeff here, he has a quirk where he can only pray for stress relief, so he literally cannot go in any spot except for up here.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The abbey calls to the faithful.
I'm just gonna stop talking every time I click on a building because the narrator's gonna narrate. And don't get me wrong, narration, great in this game, I love it. However, when you're trying to record audio, it is not the best thing because I wind up getting talked over a lot. So, as you can see, the only thing he can do is this right here. He can pray to a higher power, and you know, that's why it's called that's why it's a negative quirk, is because he can only go in one spot. As you can see here, this is not one of my characters. This is the caretaker. This is actually a guy who just moves around to different spots week to week, and he takes up a space in your stress relief areas. So say that Jeff's only method of relieving stress was the cloister here, and the caretaker's taking up this spot. Well, now he can't relieve any stress because this week the spot is filled. So as you can see, that's why it's kind of a negative thing. Or if you have multiple heroes with the same quirk, where you maybe have 1, 2, or 3 heroes, you know, that can only pray, well, you only have one spot open, so you really now have to choose which one needs stress relief the most. And being in here actually doesn't relieve all of their stress. So if I put, you know, Jeff in here, it doesn't guarantee that his whole stress meter is going to be relieved. It's a RNG percentage. So it could be, you know, 20% of his stress could be relieved, or 80%. Typically most of it is. I've had it where the bar has been full and then, you know, it's relieved like 95% and left them with like 5 stress, so that's not too bad. Other times I've had it where it relieves like nothing and I have to leave them in the stress relief areas for, you know, a couple weeks at a time. So just so we can move on, I'm going to go ahead and put my Vestal Mary here, put her to praying in here in the Abbey, so next week she'll have less stress so I can use her again. And Percy the Plague Doctor is going to go have a drink in the tavern because it's the cheapest thing and he really doesn't have that much stress. He's pretty mellow right now. He's only at about 30%, which is completely manageable. I've launched quests where I've had heroes like 60% or more just because I didn't have any other alternative at the time. Ancestors' memories.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Again, this is just replaying cutscenes, and it tells you kind of what you need to unlock certain cutscenes. I don't foresee us using this because, I mean, we already have video record of all of the cutscenes, so there's no need to really replay them. So I'm gonna get out of there. Graveyard I didn't show you.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
As you can see, I don't have any dead heroes yet. That's a good thing. When they die, they will show up here. It'll show all their information. I think it even shows where they died and what kind of creature killed them. So you can see that that is not too bad. I honestly don't even know why they included the graveyard feature. I mean, it is kind of cool, but it's not really that necessary. This is a game where you shouldn't really be focused on keeping all your people alive. You know, you don't even want to get attached to your crew that much. You mostly want to focus on restoring your estate and eventually destroying the darkest dungeon. And as you go, you know, heroes will die. You just have to accept that. You can't try to keep everybody alive because, trust me, my first playthrough was pretty rough trying to keep everybody alive. So, now that I've explained most stuff, more stuff will be unlocked as we go. We're only on week 2, I believe, so yeah, let's go ahead and start our next dungeon. So we're just going to click on embark down here, and I'll add in the next couple guys. I'm actually going to switch these guys around. Jack of all trades, that's perfect. I like that name. And here now you can see we have more missions to choose from, and the dungeons are procedurally generated, so you know they have different tiles each time, but usually there's only a couple kinds of missions. So you have the scout mission, which is what we did last time, so we explored 90% of rooms, and then you have the skirmish missions, which are a complete 100% of room battles. Now those, I typically like the scouting missions because I can avoid battles and still get the rewards for them, but the skirmish ones, I believe, usually give you better rewards, although right now it doesn't seem like that's the case. And then here we have medium. Medium quests allow you to camp. The longer the quest, the more times it gives you to camp, and you're definitely going to want to camp. Even if this medium quest was, you know, only 1 or 2 more tiles longer than a short quest, just the fact that it gives you the campfire is a great help. So we're just going to do another short one. We'll do the 100% of room battles because we did scouting last time. So I will show you this method of questing, and we'll go ahead and provision. Again, I'm going to bring at least 8 food. I probably should bring more, but I'm cheap and I would like to keep my money. And like I said, I've already gotten over the point that my heroes are most likely going to die eventually. I mean, the longer I can keep them alive, the better, but for me, it's not that big of a deal. So, I'll see you in the dungeon.
The fiends must be driven back.
I am back.
And what better place to be
I took a brief stop just to see if I could fix the mouse cursor issue. I don't really know how to fix it at this time. I would love to have it fixed because I'd love for you guys to be able to actually see what my mouse is looking at, but it seems to be a little issue with fraps, so I will have to examine it in my off recording time. But we're gonna go ahead and tackle this dungeon now, so let's get in here. We only have to complete 100% of room battles, and there's only 7 rooms, and one of them we are currently in, which is empty, of course. And let's go ahead and get started. So hopefully there's only like 2 battles, or we'll just get ambushed right away, you know. That's how it works in the game. Luckily, I can still use Open Vein, which is amazing, for human targets because they bleed almost every single time. And I hate these musket guys. You know, they're just super annoying. So what am I going to do? We have a chance to knock somebody back 2 spots and possibly stun them. That seems pretty good. Or we could mark somebody? No. Let's use this pull. I can hit the guy in the rear and pull him forward so that we can take care of him very quickly. Just like so. And hopefully that'll push this this big guy slightly out of range, and that last guy shouldn't be in range at all to actually hurt anybody because he's a melee character. So I'm going to go ahead and mark myself, give myself a little bit of protection here because I can tank the damage. And then yeah, why not? I'll just use Judgment on the guy up front because we want to take this musket guy out. He's super annoying. I'm surprised that guy can still reach. That is interesting. Oh well, I'm gonna go for the lead on him. should bleed. Oh wow. He must have a pretty high resistance. I should really check their resistances before I do this stuff. But, you know, it's not a big deal. Weird's dodging like crazy. What is going on here? Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and correct our bounty on this guy.
Give them no quarter.
Why not? And we're gonna go ahead and smite the second guy. So that's 2 down. This guy I think is out of range. He's gonna have to move up. Man, they actually have a really long range on all of their attacks. I was not thinking that. I thought that they didn't have that much range. These guys are reaching all the way from the back spot up to my Vestal, which is not good. And they've caused bleed on me, which is really not good. So I'm gonna pull this guy back forward. It's probably gonna destroy the corpses, or not. Whatever. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and heal my bounty hunter. It's always nice to have a healer. That's what I always say. I'm gonna go ahead and try to stun this guy. He has a 50% stun resist. So it was a 50-50 shot there. Go ahead and try to bleed him again. But this is actually a pretty long encounter. I don't like these big guys because they have a lot of health. Luckily they don't do that much damage. Let's go ahead and collect the bounty hunter.
Does not dissuade the
See, the bounty hunter does a ton of damage. However, he is good against specific types of targets. It's kind of like how the Crusader has his abilities that target let's put this in here, see if that does something. Wow, that's pretty good. I don't know if that actually helped or if that was just kind of a random thing.
As the light gains purchase,
the Crusader has his abilities against undead targets. The bounty hunter has different abilities against other kinds of targets. So this second guy actually isn't undead, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to bleed him. And I got a crit. Wow. He's probably gonna die next time. That's great. I'm gonna pull this Arbalest guy up front because he's gonna be annoying. Oh, I should have pulled that guy. I forgot that guy's just gonna stress my guys out. Yeah, we're actually gonna go for that little mage-looking guy, Cultist Acolyte. We're gonna smash that guy. First, I'm gonna heal up a little bit. I know he has the most health out of everybody, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm gonna smite the guy. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and smite him because I want to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Their formation is broken.
Yeah, just like that.
Maintain the offensive.
Just because the Cultist Acolytes actually cause so much stress that, you know, I'd rather take health damage than continuously take stress over time. So what are we going to do? We're going to pull this guy up again. Why not? Oh, he resisted the pull. And he's going to retaliate with a shot to the chest. What a douche. Gonna heal up my bounty hunter again. I really should heal my Vestal real quick, but I'm gonna hold off for now. Let's see. I'll go ahead and smite the guy up front and miss, of course. I can already tell this dungeon's gonna be a rough one, because I've had bad luck already. Let's see. Well, I could open vein on him. However, I'm going to buff myself by shooting the guy in the back. And hopefully my bounty hunter can actually pull him forward next time. See, look, you know, you focus on healing one guy, and next thing you know, they target the one you weren't expecting. And and you almost die. So you really got to be on your toes. I'm gonna see if I can fool him this time. There we go. Now I can easily take him out. Of course I'm gonna heal. I'm just gonna heal myself up here. Or she's gonna heal herself up. Great. And yeah, that bayonet jab move is he attacks and moves back one step, so let's see. Yeah, why not? I know this is 25% damage against stunned, but we're just gonna go for the kill. And I get a huge stress bonus there, or de-stress bonus, whatever you want to call it. And I will just go ahead and open vein. Open vein is probably the best move I have. Even if it doesn't cause bleed damage, it does quite a bit.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Ooh, I got a skeleton key. That's perfect, because there's actually a chest right here. Heirloom chest. Let's try it. There's no. I don't know if the heirloom chest actually does anything better when you give it a key. I do know that it says it opens a special compartment. However, you know, that could mean anything.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing
clear
passage.
this up. We're at 78. Oh man, and we just ran into a battle. So let's hurry up and quickly try to dispatch this group here. I'm going to... This will probably actually kill them. I'm just going to collect my bounty and
another abomination cleansed
kill that
from
little
our
maggot.
lands.
And I'm going to use this opportunity to heal my party up a little bit. Since they're stunned, I get kind of like a free round of healing. I could probably kill that. I'll just go for the spider, why not? It's got a little bit more health. And it spits acid. And then, of course, just go for the maggot. So, you know, quick battle, and I got an heirloom out of it, a portrait. So really not that bad. I was gonna pop a torch though to help me out, and right when I was about to do it, of course I got ambushed and some more holy water. As you can see, your inventory fills up quite quickly, and there was nothing in this room, so we're gonna actually move back. We don't have anything else to do but move backwards.
The light,
and
the promise of safety.
See, look, where did this trap come from? This trap wasn't here earlier. So things do change over time. I don't know if there's a specific condition that makes the hallways change, but I know that every once in a while something different will happen. I think that as your light goes down, things are a little bit different. I'm getting really annoyed at these hallway encounters. There's a lot of them in this dungeon. Sometimes you go through the entire dungeon and you don't even see a hallway encounter. And then I'm over here, this time, taking every single hallway encounter. Every hallway I've been in, there's been a fight. That first hallway was a big fight too, with a big guy. Yeah.
As the fiend
Smash
falls,
those maggots.
a faint hope blossoms.
And I don't even have a shovel. Oh my goodness. Well, you're about to see the effects of clearing rubble without a shovel. You take quite a bit of stress damage.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh.
Look at that.
An indefatigable
Oh my
purpose.
goodness. Oh, the humanity. We're gonna have the bounty hunter open it up. Use another holy water on it.
Packs laden with loot.
Look at all
are
that
often
treasure.
low on supplies.
Like I said, I don't even know if the holy water does anything positive. I just know that it reacts with it, so that's why I use it. I was hoping to surprise him, because these two guys at the end are both guys who cause a lot of stress damage. So I typically like to try to get rid of them as soon as possible. I think the third one, the Cultist Acolyte, actually does a lot more stress damage than the one at the very rear there. I'm gonna heal up my Vestral a little bit. Perfect, that was a great heal. Now we can pull this guy up to the front, or should we pull him? I'm gonna pull, they both have very low damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull this guy because he's got more health and I want to get him up to the front so that I can quickly dispatch him and maybe get a bleed effect on him. He might try to move back like he just did there. My bounty hunter is really getting beat on right now. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly ruin this guy, because why not?
A dizzying blow to
Crit.
body and brain.
See, we're taking some bad hits right now. Not only he's taking a lot of stress damage, and my bounty hunter and my Vestral are just getting beat on right now. So we're really gonna have to heal up. Mike, our highwayman, is pretty awesome. He's dodging everything, you know, he's doing what he needs to do. He really needs to move forward up to here. That's where I want him. And she's gonna have to heal herself up, because if the healer dies, you know, we don't have anything to do about that.
Eradicated.
Get out of here. I really should pop the Bulwark of Faith more often, because it'll make them actually target him, and I can target her healing on him. But, you know, I'm not going to focus on it too much. Let's see. This is not that great of a move, but I want to destroy some of the corpses and get them out of the way here, so I can get to that guy who keeps throwing his freaking stuff on me. And we're going to heal her up one more time, and next round we're going to go for the bounty hunter, because he's about to die, literally. I'm surprised he hasn't been on death's door already. Melee. Why not? Let's just go ahead and finish him. Let's finish this guy. Or not. Now we can finish him. He does more damage than the back guy. The back guy is just more annoying because he causes stress, and as you can see, 73 out of 200. Once they get to 100, that's when they get a quirk, either positive or negative, most likely negative. So I'm gonna go ahead and open vein. Open vein is just my favorite move for Highwayman. It does a decent amount of damage and it has a possibility
The
of bleeding.
slightest lapse in concentration.
Look at that. Everything this guy does causes some stress. That's just so annoying. I'm gonna collect my bounty. Get out of here.
Success so clearly in view.
I kind of
Or
wish
is
there
it
was other
merely
ways of
a
healing,
trick
or I
of the
wish you could
mind?
heal outside of battle other than eating food. I know it would kind of almost defeat the purpose of the game, though, to, you know, be able to just heal up on command, basically. It's almost, I think it's kind of safe to eat some food. I hope I don't run into a hunger issue, because they will get extremely stressed out if I do run into a hunger issue. I want to, yep, there's one. So now I have 2 food left because I ate 2. Hopefully I do not get hungry before the end of the dungeon, because if I do, they're going to be screwed. This guy will most definitely, oh, there's 2 more food, perfect. I'm actually getting some luck today. Mike is just not stressed at all. He just doesn't give it. He doesn't give an F about this dungeon. He's like, I've done it so many times before. This ain't a thing. Spiders, these aren't bad. They're about 7 health apiece, so I can take care of them pretty decently. Resist my bleed, of course, you know. Why would I want to kill it first try? I can get some free healing in here, you know. Oh, of course she's gonna get stunned. Never mind, I'm not gonna get any free healing, and she's gonna get blighted. Okay. She's got everything. She's marked, debuffed, and she's blighted. Luckily, the blight's not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll work up. I know that it's kind of dumb to do that against spiders. I can quickly dispatch them, but I'm hoping that it takes some of the... Wow, she is really in a bad spot here. Let's quickly dispatch these spiders. I kind of want to use... Yeah, I just don't want to waste his attack and his attack on a 1 health enemy. I'll go ahead and rape shot blast him. I can kill the one and damage the other. That way he's an easy target. And of course the spider's gonna get to go and put her on death's door. You know, just my kind of luck. And there's not even anything that I can do at this time. I'm gonna go for a stun. And of course it would kill the spider. Why would it not kill the spider?
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Well, I'm gonna eat to take her off death's door. But she's gonna take more stress damage. I don't think she's gonna make it. If she makes it through the dungeon, I don't think she's gonna make it out without getting a negative quirk from stress. So we have to go to our last room now.
And now the true test. Hold fast.
And look,
or expire.
She's gonna take more damage. I have to let her eat or she's gonna die. So she's got 6 health and she's gonna take 6 more damage. So she's gonna be at death's door no matter what. Oh my god. She's just cursed. I don't think she's gonna make it. I don't have anything else to give her to heal her up. Prevent. Cleanse items, prevent maladies. Let's see. Let's try it. Maybe she can cure her blight. No? Cool. So I just wasted an item on her.
Precipice of oblivion.
And she's about to die. She's already become stressed. And she got a positive effect. Okay, so she got a positive effect from stress. However, she is at death's door. This is like a mix of good luck and bad luck. So if we can surprise the enemy in here,
in radiance,
this is our last battle. So if we can surprise the enemy, we can get a quick... Oh, we didn't surprise him. What I need is a quick heal, just to get her above 0, and she'll be good for the battle. If I can't get her quickly healed, then it's gonna be bad. She's going to die most likely. I'm gonna use a tracking shot. Both these guys are super annoying. I'm gonna try to get rid of them. Give myself a little buff. Why not pull this guy up? Crit him. That's great. Reynald here. Sorry, I renamed him to Jeff. Jeff here. Yes, get a heal in. Even if I can just heal 1, that would be great. That takes her off death's door, which is good. So she might actually make it and get a positive quirk out of it. That is insane. She is crazy. Let's go with yeah, why not? We're just gonna kill this. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. I can't believe that that guy dodged it. So, look at her. She's amazing. You know, I really thought she was in a bad spot, but it turns out that she is actually a boss, and she's gonna probably be one of our best characters if she survives. She's gonna get hopefully not blighted again. This is our last battle, so all we have to do is get her to survive this, and we'll be good. I should be able to smite these guys one hit. You know, I want to go after the guys in the rear first because they cause more stress, and as you can see, all my guys but Mike are stressed out. So as long as we can survive this dungeon, I think we'll... Oh, look at him. He's at 90%. Let's see. Quickly kill this guy, and I can smite the last guy for however much. I actually can't reach him with... Oh, I can finish him.
Precision and power.
And that's it. We made it out of the dungeon. Now, like I said, you can go down then and clear the last room, but I'm not going to because it's not worth me possibly losing a character. So let's get out of here. I can't believe she made it out alive. Mallory is a beast. They are definitely going to have to go to rehab though after that one. That was a little bit tough on the whole party there, except for Mike. Mike can just continue on. I'm not even a huge fan of the Highwaymen. I don't think they're that great of a class, but he is actually pretty good. And he can actually get this. Why not? He doesn't get that much stress as it is, so plus 5% stress to the little amount that he gets is not that bad. We might actually use that for just a little bit of extra critical chance. Now I can almost guarantee somebody's going to get some bad effects here. Yeah, he's got a negative 5% virtue chance. Mike gets intense craving for alcohol. I don't know what that does yet. Maybe at certain times he'll refuse to do stress relief unless it's at the bar. Maybe, I don't know. And she only gets positive 20% stress healed in brothel. So my computer froze up there for a second, and I thought I was going to lose my recording, but I didn't. So yeah, I really can't tell you what happened, but luckily all my progress was saved. So as you can see, we're back in the town. Everything is good. I wasn't shown the quest screen because right where I cut the video is where I lost the rest of my footage. So we'll have to see what we got. I do believe everything showed up alright, but like I said, I'm not positive. So before I put the next cut in, I will go ahead and let some of these folks chill out for a little while. I'm actually going to send 2 of them to the bar. You, who I didn't rename, who I'm going to rename right this second, to Colby, the bounty hunter. Why not? Like I said, I'm just going for basic names so I can remember them easily, because like I said, it really doesn't matter if I let them get messed up or not. Yeah, he's gonna go gamble, why not? And I was gonna have her go to the brothel, but The caretaker is enjoying that, so why not put her in the abbey? She is a Vestral, so she should be good with praying. Oh man, I should put him in the thing. Oh well. Oh well. We'll just have to do without our Crusader for a little bit longer. Yeah, that whole little crash that my game had completely messed up my whole train of thought. But we will take care of the rest next time when we start up. As of now, I'm just going to put in a cut. It's been great. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, possibly subscribe. That way you can see when I upload new videos. Keep the series going. Alrighty, D-Bar out.